So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with.
Jordan/belated. Almost came in a little too early, but
It's all
glad I
good.
waited.
Almost everyone does. It's all good.
Exactly. You did great. You did great.
And we're gonna ask
Just
some
dying to say my name.
and we're gonna ask them some questions today about their upcoming EP. It's not so bad. ... I'm gonna start. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to the EP announcement so far / singles that have been put out?
Yeah, I haven't even announced the EP yet, I don't think, but I talked about it on the last podcast I did. And so it's just kind of, we're waiting for the right time to throw that post up, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy with the first two singles. I'd like to think that I would listen to them even if I didn't make them. So I feel like that's kind of always what I'm going for.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm just excited to be in the kind of like closing stages of this project. This particular EP, because I recorded it like June, like last June. So it's been like a while. But yeah, now it's time and I'm stoked.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. So is there any meaning behind the EP name or cover art?
It's funny that you say cover art because that's still coming along. Like I know I need to finalize it soon. And I was just talking to my manager about it today. So it's like gonna get done. But the EP itself, It's Not So Bad, is a line from a song on the EP that isn't out yet. The line is "Nothing really matters and it's not so bad." And I just felt like that was kind of like a good, I don't know. It just like made sense for the whole EP.
Yeah.
Kind of that outlook.
All right. I like that.
So you said that the cover art's actually still in the works right now. What are you guys planning on doing with it?
We're gonna sit on this until the EP goes out, so you can tell us.
Yeah, you can spoil everything.
Oh, it's just a picture of me, and we're working on. It's like me looking very contemplative and like I'm deep in thought, and I'm laying down. And like I had another idea that we couldn't just like, I don't know, we couldn't make it happen. But it's more about the music anyway, right?
Yeah.
And I'm really happy with the single art that is about to come out for Warm Body, my next single. That is done, and I think that turned out really cool.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for this EP?
Yeah. Basically I was going through, can I swear?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of a given, but you just want to ask,
Yeah.
I was going through some shit, some relationship shit, like actually coming out of a long-term one. And it was like kind of the first time I had been like on my own in like 4 years. And during that time, I wasn't really doing a lot of music. I had kind of already like felt like I was burned out on it because I like joined a pop punk band right out of high school. And I was like, this is going to be my life. And then like a couple years and we, a couple releases and a couple tours and things just didn't really come together. Members start leaving. So it was really like, it was just like so cathartic to write. And I hadn't done it in so long. And for the most part, they all kind of just came together. I'm not really much of a like instrumentalist. And so I pretty much like either come up with a melody in my head, or I do like mess around on guitar a little bit, but it's mostly just like basic chords, honestly. So like working with a good producer is like so important for this project. But yeah, basically I just recorded all these acoustic demos and then brought them into Will Beasley in Richmond, who I've worked with him on like most of my releases since I was 18. And I'm almost 26 now. So yeah, that was really cool. And he just kind of built them all, just from my little acoustic demo, and that's what you'll hear on the EP.
All right.
Solid. So you kind of went into it a little bit already, but if you want, you can go a bit more in depth. Can you tell us where your headspace was at while you were creating this record?
Um, at first it was like so depressed. I had like just graduated college and moved 4 hours away to Washington D.C. because that's where I got an internship. And the like relationship stuff started almost immediately after I moved to DC, and I was living in like this basement room in this row house where like the ceiling was right here.
Mhm.
And it was very dark. It didn't have any windows, and I was just like miserable. And I'm really lucky that I had a friend that lived there that I was able to see a lot and talk to a lot during that time. But yeah, Headspace was just like hopeless. I mean, even the first song I wrote for this EP was Bad Thoughts, which was the first single. And like the chorus is bad thoughts won't go away. I haven't left my house in days. I checked your feed 6 times today. I can't wait to fade away. And that was, I mean, kind of like the softest way you can say like, I want to die. I thought. And so like that's pretty much where my headspace was at. I was like miserable, suicidal in the sense that I was like thinking like, oh, like I would just do anything to get rid of this pain. But like I luckily I wasn't like thinking of like acting on it or anything, but I was just in such a bad headspace. And when you just graduate and you're first in the workforce or whatever, it's like that's like a really hard time because your whole life you've had like these steps,
Mm-hmm.
you graduate this grade and then you're in high school and then you go to college. It's just like the whole progression of things. And I just felt like so lost because I hated my internship too. And so everything all around was just awful.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, music has always been like so important to me, even when I wasn't making it. I would think about it all the time. I would obviously listen to music all the time. And so, yeah, I feel like I really needed to make this EP when I did.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
all right. So how do you recommend that your fans listen to the EP for the first time? In the car with friends, in the dark with headphones on? Is it party EP, workout EP? What do you think?
That's tough. I don't think I've ever thought about that. I would say any setting where you're just playing pop music. I like to think all these songs are catchy. That's kind of the most important thing to me. I mean, I want to have good lyrics, and I want everything to sound good, but I feel like the most important thing to me is just making it catchy. And so I would say in the car with friends, that works for sure.
All right.
So, when it comes out, gather up your friends, get in whoever has the best car, with the best sound system. And front to back, hopefully. I put a little bit of thought into the track list order. So.
Okay.
All right.
Not a ton, a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah, that's
Some
fair.
effort.
So this one should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this EP for new listeners in 3 words.
Hopefully catchy. Is that 2 words or 1?
We'll hyphen it.
We'll hyphen it.
Okay. Hopefully catchy, sad, upbeat.
All right.
Okay. Good.
I think lyrically it's sad, and I think musically it's pretty upbeat.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That nice combo.
So in that same,
I like to think so.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. So in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling you want listeners to have while going through the EP?
I want them going on a roller coaster of emotions. I want them starting it off being like, man, this is sad. And then by the end, I think the last song is pretty like hopeful. And I kind of tried to bookend it like that on purpose, because I feel like it's better to walk away from something feeling a little bit, uplifted than just like the last song is super sad and then you're just like, shit.
Oh, sorry.
Got nothing else to
That was
say.
it. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Just like, you're just like, shit.
All right. So while listening through the EP, what band or artist influences pop out the most to you?
I feel like some of the songs are like pretty different. I would say like my next single was like super like The Weeknd inspired, but the first single, Bad Thoughts, was pretty inspired. Like the kind of production route that we went with was like The Format, who's like one of my favorite bands of all time. But also like just a lot of like modern indie pop. I'm gonna mess up the name. Love.
Oh, Love.
Oh,
I think
Love?
it's just Love. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Love.
definitely like listening to a lot of him. I love No Rome, the 1975. Anything that I think is catchy, you know, I'm just stealing little pieces here and there where I can, you know. So yeah, I would just say let's just go with pop. The whole genre of pop.
Whole genre of pop. Perfect. Love is a banger, so good choice. Sorry.
Thank you.
So what is your favorite memory that you made while creating this EP?
That's a good question. Well, I was like in the studio for 10 days. So I was living in DC, and then the studio was in Richmond. So that's like 2 or 3 hours. I don't even really remember, but I was just like there for 10 days, sleeping in the studio. If my mom's listening, stop. But like,
skip this part.
Yeah. I don't know. We just like got high a lot and worked on the songs, and I was definitely like kind of lonely though. Like whenever Will would like leave for the night and I'm just like in the studio by myself, like that's when I really miss like having a band, you know, like people that you're goofing around with and, you know, just hanging out. It was just like literally, you know, me once the producer left. But I watched a Jonas Brothers documentary one night, and that was a great time.
Perfect. I love that. You're saying the Jonas Brothers here.
It was solid. I didn't really know the whole story of their come up, but it was a good experience.
Hell yeah.
So for this question, I want you to picture you're on tour. You're at a gas station. You're going in. What is your snack of choice?
Wow, I really wish I had gotten some of these questions in advance. This is so hard.
You got to think on the spot. That's the fun part.
You know, I'm gonna hope it's like a Sheetz or a Wawa, and I can get, you know, like specifically if it was Sheetz, I'd probably get mozzarella sticks, even though it would come back to hurt me and destroy my stomach in the worst way imaginable. I just can't resist, you know, mozz sticks and marinara. It's just like the best snack to me. And I guess to drink, I would go with, you know, if I'm caring about myself, which I'm not because I already got the mozzarella sticks, I would say water.
Ooh.
But if I'm going for something like a little, you know, spicy, maybe like a Baja Blast or something if they have it.
Ooh.
Okay. Baja Blast smacks.
Yeah.
I've been hooked on it lately.
Come on, it's a classic.
It is. So where do you see your project in the next 5 years?
Dead in the water, for sure. No. Hopefully I'm just like playing shows. I haven't played shows in so long. I was kind of like rebooting this project right before COVID started. And so, you know, that really sucked because I was like, yeah, I'm going to get back into it. I'm going to get back on the road and all this. And totally derailed, which it was worse, I feel like, for bands that already, you know, were moving along and then this hit. So, you know, I guess I'm glad it never really got started before everything hit, but I'm just rambling. What was the question?
5-year plan.
5-year plan? Oh, geez. If I'm giving specifics, Grammys, Coachella,
of course,
arenas,
just all the best things. Yeah, arenas for sure. Maybe I star in a Netflix original or something.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, all those things I think are on the table.
All right.
Definitely. Sounds good. So for these
Yeah,
last couple questions, we're going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you.
perfect. I hate music.
Me too.
Me too. It's okay. We're actually going to go straight to death row. I hope that's a little bit better.
Boom.
Perfect.
So if you're on
Love
death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Oh man. Oh man. Well, pizza is just, there's just something about it. I know it's, it's nothing fancy about it. But it has to be my favorite food. And I feel like I have to get more specific than that. And this probably is not even close to the best pizza, but I'm originally from Massachusetts, and I moved from there when I was 10. And I just have such fond memories of Papa Gino's pizza. And I'm pretty sure if you like said that to someone, that regularly had Papa Gino's, they'd be like, why would that be the last thing that you eat? But part of it's nostalgia. I haven't had it in so long, like 15 years. So yeah, I would say that. And then maybe, whatever else they want to throw in for apps, breadsticks or whatever. And then for a drink, if this is my final drink ever, jeez, you know what? Pizza and beer. So I'll wash it down with, I just love a Bud Light.
All right.
I can be pretentious with all the craft beers too. I love IPAs and stouts and everything, but I'm just throwing it back with a Bud Light.
All right, fair enough.
Crisp, refreshing.
Yeah. So if you could live in one fiction world for a week, where would you live?
I gotta think about the logistics,
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know why my first thought was like Harry Potter. Because I mean, like I'm cool with Harry Potter, but I'm not like a mega fan. I've never been to the Universal Studios thing. But that would be fun, unless I got like turned into a frog or something. But
that would not be fun.
Suck, yeah.
Yeah, you just can't account for those things, right? So let's just go with that. Let's keep it simple.
Okay. I know you said you aren't like a mega fan, but do you know what house you are?
The Hufflepuff, I think, the one for idiots.
I'm Hufflepuff, so please. Yeah. No, but yeah. I mean, sure. So I have the honor of asking the last question. Every single person we've spoken to has actually said it is the most important question. What is your favorite color?
Blue.
Specific shade?
Specific shade. I feel like navy blue has got to be the worst answer, but I just feel like it's my go-to. That's kind of when I buy a shirt, I'm looking for navy blue. I have pretty blue eyes. Not pretty blue. I'm just saying they're relatively blue. We're gonna cut that too. So I feel like I'm a big blue guy.
All right.
Perfect.
So as Chloe said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Just my upcoming single and music video. I think the video is kind of funny. I tried to make it that way at least, and I think it turned out really good. We worked with Altamira Film Company in Richmond. The EP I recorded with Will Beasley, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. And so just my socials and my website. I have some merch on there. So that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for having me on the #1 Pitbull podcast in America.
Of course.
It was such a pleasure.
Yeah. Anytime. Well, thank you for now. This has been Belated, and we have been the Pitbull podcast.